Hey everybody, so we've got some news from last night to talk about. Patrick Marleau is returning to the San Jose Sharks. It's funny what a terrible start to the season can do to a team, because about a month ago San Jose was all about how Marleau would not be coming back and how they didn't really see a fit with Marleau coming back and didn't think it was going to happen. Well, they've since started their season 0-4 and have been outscored 17-5 in their first 4 games this season. So San Jose's had a pretty quick change of tune here, and now Marleau is coming back. So Marleau signs a 1-year deal with the Sharks at $700,000 league minimum. It's obviously not about the money. Marleau wants to play, apparently. And they were able to get a deal done. So at this point now, I don't see Patrick Marleau being a huge difference maker for the San Jose Sharks. To be honest with you, he's a bottom 6 forward at this point in his career, almost 40 years old. He might give you 10 to 15 goals this season if you're San Jose. And sure, he's a good veteran guy. He's a good locker room guy. Absolute legend in San Jose, where he spent most of his career. But as far as a game-changing hockey standpoint, I don't see Marleau being that big of a boost for San Jose. Listen, they're off to a terrible start. They've scored 5 goals in 4 games. They're not putting the puck in the net. They've also given up 17 goals in 4 games, which for me, I think is much, much, much more of an issue. That is what I would be worried about if I'm San Jose. And, Marleau is not going to come in and fix the defense or the goaltending. That's not what's going to happen. Marleau's going to come in, play on the 3rd line, maybe get bumped to the 4th line at times, depending on how he's doing. But he's going to spend a lot of time in the bottom 6, and he's going to score maybe 10 to 15-ish goals this year. And he'll give you a little bit of secondary scoring, but he's clearly not the player that he once was, and nor should he be expected to be at his age. I don't see this being a huge difference-making move for the Sharks. He's a good guy to have in the locker room, veteran guy, solid secondary scorer at this point, but I don't think you're going to get a ton out of him. If I'm San Jose, I am much more worried about giving up 17 goals in 4 games. The offense, I think, is going to come for the Sharks. You've got Evander Kane, you've got Logan Couture, you've got Timo Meier, you've got Tomas Hertl, Joe Thornton's still a pretty darn good playmaker. You got Kevin LeBanc. You've got offense there in San Jose. You've got Burns and Carlson, obviously, on the back end. The issue for San Jose that I'm worried about is, oh my God, they cannot keep the puck out of their own net. Martin Jones is not off to a good start. The defense is brutal. I mean, brutal defensively. That's something that Burns and Carlson is not going to help you with, because they're both, I don't want to call them defensive liabilities, but they both, have issues in their own end, especially Carlson at times with turnovers, and they're much more interested in jumping up in the play and getting involved offensively than they are in playing in their own zone. So your 2 superstar defensemen aren't really that defensive defensemen. And the rest of your defense is really struggling right now. It's not been a good start for San Jose. It's only 4 games in. It's way too early to be counting teams out or saying that teams are either doing really well or really bad. It's way too early to try and base the whole season off of what we've seen so far. But San Jose's off to a really bad start. And they need to turn that around rather quickly and get back into it in the Western Conference, because they are dead last in the West right now. But they've decided to bring back Patrick Marleau, which I don't think is going to have a huge effect on the team, but it does give them another secondary scorer, someone who can play on the 3rd line, and hopefully give them it somewhere in that 10 to 15 goal range. So Marleau is back in San Jose, even though for a while now it seemed like that wasn't going to happen. Things change in the NHL, especially when you get off to the start that San Jose has, and they've decided to change their mind and bring Marleau back. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.